I like to really create this world in an intimate approach because I feel like working with nature, there's this sense of intimacy and closeness that we are familiar with but not fully conscious of. My name is Apollo. I am the runway director and movement director for the White Box ceremony. I am also a model and a stylist. I'm originally from the Philippine Islands. We always work with natural organic materials. So this for me was very special. I have passion with integration of bio and technology together. So I feel like this is such a perfect opportunity to create this world. There's a lot of organic material. There's just like rawness. I feel like that is going to be presented today. And some of the ideas that I have in terms of movement is really integrating the qualities of the materials they're using. I know that they're using some mushrooms, some mycelium. So I kind of watched a few videos and learned a few movements that they naturally create. So I want to integrate that with all of the models we're having today. I was talking to one of the PA earlier, kind of just like giving me a rundown of what space we're using. And I had this idea of, instead of walking on a straight line, we're kind of just like exploring the space, maybe interacting with the artifacts. And I don't know, just really observing these artifacts and allowing the body to express what we're observing. I like to use movement in the runway. I'm very inspired by the 90s, runway shows. Back around that time, they really show how the garments are flowing when they're doing this movement and spins and turns. So that's one of the things that I really like when I'm directing, when I have the free will to do whatever. I recently directed a show for New York Fashion Week, and it was at the Box, and we used the whole space as like the runway. So there was a lot of interaction with the audience. There was like walking, there was crawling that was happening. There was like a lot of it was influenced by movement, but not so much on dance, I would say. I mean, working in fashion, I can see how much consumption that is being occurred. Like really hefty, and it breaks my heart. But I do love fashion, so I currently am looking for ways where we can incorporate more of this organic raw materials. I feel like we could find better ways to express our love for fashion. And this is like one of the ways that we could do that. I briefly got to know some of the designers, and I asked them about their process, of what it's like, so I could integrate that with movement also, as well as like presenting it in a way that is also personal for them. That's why I like to always ask what their process is like, and I'm also going to speak with the models to see where their capacity is at in terms of their own personal journey, because I like to really create this world in an intimate approach, because I feel like working with nature, there's this sense of intimacy and closeness that we are familiar with but not fully conscious of. I feel like fashion is another art form. Every single day we integrate fashion. There's a whole process whenever we're choosing what garments we use in our everyday basis. So I feel like that is the most conventional way of integrating fashion in our daily lives. We select what shoes we're using, what pants, what shirt, and accessories. It's not just for one individual or a specific individual, it's really for everybody. It's a way to showcase different characters within one's psyche, I would say.